Alrighty, we're in round one with the Dark Forged Yetis deck. Kind of drew all my Dark Forged in this hand, the Darkstone Acers, so maybe I just jam Dusthammer and pass turn. I think it's better than leveling a Warlord, because I kind of want to get value out of my Warlords. What's he playing? He's got Relic Hunters, so he's playing Aura Tech. We definitely don't want to put this in the mid lane because it gets eaten by a Nexus Aeronaut, so it's better to put it in one of the side lanes. So if he wants to put an Aeronaut in front of it, he has to move it 2 spaces before he gets back into the mid lane. And it also won't kill. I could have put it in the mid lane maybe and tried to draw 2 Dark Forged, but that's nowhere near a guarantee, and of course I didn't draw it. Maybe, man, why isn't Dusthammer also a Yeti? There's only one green Yeti, or one Utera Yeti, it's Malice Hermit. That actually might be really good. One thing about this deck I didn't mention during deck building is it actually plays 0 legendaries. Holy, what? That was a Spore Torrent? Like an actual Spore Torrent from his hand, Spore Torrent. Okay, my opponent just double Spore Torrented me. Huh. So I guess I just play Dusthammer and Werewood Patriarch. Leveling up the Werewood Patriarch is a lot better than leveling up the Aranti Warlord since I have Shroudthorn Splicers in my deck. I haven't drawn any Umbraskins Yeti yet, so if I missed on Umbraskins Yetis this turn, it's pretty unlikely that I'd be able to play them in the next couple turns, and then be able to get effectiveness out of my Aranti Warlords. But leveling up the Patriarch's always good, because it's a 7/10 body, which is really strong, and it pumps up anything that's under-leveled, which Aranti Warlord doesn't really do when it's also not, when it's only 6, because it only works with Yetis. But Werewood Patriarch works with the leveled up Shroudthorn Splicer, I believe, right? Because it doesn't work with level 2 Shroudthorn Splicer, but it works with level 1 Shroudthorn Splicer. It works with pretty much every level of Darkstone Acer, because that card is microscopic, and it works with level 1 Umbraskin Yeti. So there's a lot of cards Werewood Patriarch works with, but Aranti Warlord only works with the 6 cards in my deck. So he plays an Experience Sage, presumably to level up even more Spore Torrents, and probably like an Iron Maiden or something equally bad. If I don't think I've ever said this, but Iron Maiden's a very bad card. Like, it doesn't look like it because it's a 30/30, and you're like, wow, all you have to do is get past its bad level 1 and its bad level 2, and it like just wins the game for you, which sounds great, right? But that actually just never works out. He leveled up a Dissolve. So it looks like he's some sort of poison combo deck with Dream Tree. I could kill the Dream Tree now with the Burnout. That actually is probably the best play here. As much as I'm loath to, I really want to see what he's doing with this like Spore Torrent Experience Sage Dissolve combo deck with Dream Tree. But he's probably going to play Malice Hermit, and I don't want him to have an extra, like, several free spells with Dream Tree. So I'm just going to burn out his Dream Tree now so he can't utilize it, and then play Umbraskin Yeti. Pump up my Dusthammer and get in for 6. Or, I'm sorry, get in for 4. Kill his Experience Sages so he can't use it to Malice Hermit, and actually probably should have put Umbraskin Yeti in this lane 4 right here, so I could have scooted 2 different directions, but I guess... I don't actually know what the leveling priority on this deck, whether it's better to level Shroudthorn Splicer or Darkstone Acer. It's probably the Splicer, because Splicer gets pretty out of hand. Like, it fills up your board really fast, which makes Werewood Patriarch very strong. I think the main draw of this deck is that you get to play Shroudthorn Splicer and Werewood Patriarch, and then back it up with the Yeti package, which seems pretty strong. I'm not really playing any Tempest cards other than the Yetis, correct? Yeah, I'm just playing Yetis and Burnouts. And Darkstone Acer, of course, which is just, another Dark Forged. I guess Umbraskin Yeti is the best Spring Dried Yeti other than Dusthammer, because the Shadeclaw Zombie is not great, and Steel Angel thing, whatever, I cannot remember the name of that card. The 6/3 with 1 armor. That card's just not very good. It's way too small in the butt, and armor isn't the most impactful mechanic when you have a very small behind. So it looks like he's just sacrificing his Malice Hermit. Oh no, he's killing it. Sweet. So he used 2 cards, and I'm going to kill it with a... I guess Darkstone Acer is probably the play here. Alternatively, I could just play Shroudthorn Splicer and Werewood Patriarch. That might actually be better. Let's see. Actually, Darkstone Acer gives me 2 more Dark Forged, because Shroudthorn Splicer spawns a Dark Forged, and Aesir would kill his Hermit. So this gets me extra 2 damage with the thing and kills this guy. I don't know if that's better than Weirwood Patriarch. It probably isn't, but it feels like the right play. And again, I've never played this deck before, so I honestly have no idea. One thing I want to mention about this card, if you don't know, Shroudthorn Splicer works on any Dark Forge that you play from your hand, but it makes mimics, which have 0 abilities. So if you kill the original Shroudthorn Splicer, the mimics don't keep making copies. So you always want to look at the names of the card, because Dark Forged Mimic, it's the vanilla one, it doesn't have abilities, and Shroudthorn Splicer does have abilities, so if you're ever playing against it, you want to kill this thing, because these cards don't really matter that much. Like, they matter for the Dark Forged creature type, in case your opponents have, like, Darkstone Aesir, but they don't actually create more Aesirs, so they're pretty negligible. He just hardcast an Energy Surge. This guy doesn't quite understand how tempo works in Soulforge, I think. He plays a Relic Scout to pump a Mouse Hermit, maybe? It's the only thing I can think of that would be halfway decent here. Kills all my creatures on his following turn. Dream Tree is not decent at all. It actually just dies. I can even kill it with Ronti Warlord, which I think I'm just going to do. Is that better than Ferocious Roar? Because I get in for 7 this way. I think it's actually better to probably play Umbraskin Yeti and Umbraskin Yeti, because, let's see here. If I attack, I can play Darkstone Aesir. This Relic Hunter doesn't really matter. Let's just attack for, the damage. And then play Umbraskin Yeti 1. Actually, let's play Umbraskin Yeti 2, and then Ferocious Roar. I probably could have Ferocious Roared first, but I was very hesitant in what I wanted to do. I was very sure I was going to play the either one of the 2 Yetis, but I kind of just changed my mind midway through because I wanted a bunch of 4/5s. Because with the first Roar, I get to dodge his level 2 Malice Hermit, which I know he has at least 1 of. I checked his levels and he doesn't have any more of them. So at least if he plays a level 2 Malice Hermit, I get to dodge all of the Shroudthorn Splicers, or all of the tree things, all of these Groots. Get to dodge his Malice Hermit. At least the first turn of activation. And if he kills my Splicer, I can move the Yeti into that space. So he's actually got a lot to do with the... So he's just playing Malice Hermits. Or, I'm sorry, Relic Scouts. That's an Asperian Sage. If he replaces the other one, it's kind of absurd. But I guess it kills my guys. So he leveled a Steel Eye Spear. And then he did actually replace it, so he gets another one, another 5/5. He leveled a Steel Eye Seer and nothing. He didn't level anything else. Just strange. Makes me think he has an Ambriel's or something like that. Something with Overload. I think the play is to play... I don't think I need to play a Ronti Warlord to deal with Asperian Sage, because Asperian Sage is not that big a deal. So let's move my Yeti, because I don't think he has Golems. This deck is much too poor to contain that. Let's play Duskhammer to start triggering the Duskhammer, and then play Shroudthorn Splicer in front of the one that won't kill it, or do as much damage to it, and pump the Yeti even further. Deal 18 to him. And I drew a bunch of Dendrophies, so... If he does have the aforementioned Iron Maiden strat, I can level it up this turn to try and get ready for it. Don't know if I ever finish that thought on Iron Maiden. I guess we'll never find out. Because I would hate to repeat myself. So he's got 1 Relic Scout left. And he's got... Oh no, he played 2 Relic Scouts, so he didn't have a 5th card to level. What, did he play level 2 Dissolve or level 3 Dissolve? Or level 1 Dissolve? Looks like he played a level 2 Dissolve, so now he can kill 2 creatures with poison. As long as they're poisoned. It's a good block. Dream Tree on the Darkforged Mimic. Well, it got less good, because now Dream Tree dies. He probably should have played the Mouse Hermit first. Okay, so he dissolves the Yeti. I can actually kill this Malice Hermit with my Darkstone Acer, I believe, right? Because 2 creatures die, it goes to 13. And then I have 2 Dark Forge in play, so I do 6 damage to it, and the Dust Camera does 8 damage to it. If I had an extra Dark Forge, I could actually Dendrify it first, but I don't. I could actually Darkstone Acer it and then burn it out. Is that the play? I mean, my other plays aren't that great. But I also don't really have a board, so I think what I'm going to do is play Darkstone Acer and then Dendrify my Darkstone Acer. That way I have a 7-7 in play. It's better than having... Is it better than having a 4-7 and a 6-4? Probably not, so it's better to play the Patriarch here. Have a 4-6 and a 4-7 instead of just 1-7-7. Not really sure why he poisoned his Dream Tree. That was quite poor. So I see where this deck can fizzle out if you don't draw the level 2 Spring Dryads early enough. Because now I'm drawing like level 1 Aranti Warlords and level 2 Darkstone Acers, which aren't that impressive. So my play's pretty much shoehorned into being like Darkstone Acer plus Ferocious Roar. Luckily my opponent's not putting very much pressure on me, nor is he really leveling anything important. So I don't really see too much of a problem with letting him do that. See, Spore Torrent's my weird Patriarch for no reason. Actually would have been better to Spore Torrent the Darkstone Acer, because poisoning an Acer or a Dark Forge is more important than poisoning a card, even if they're both going to die anyway. Because this way I can actually like shoot the Sharpblade Behemoth in front of the Darkstone Acer, and then pump it with Ferocious Roar to make it live. And if he had Spore Torrented it, it would have died. It's better than using Burnout on the Sharpblade Behemoth over here, because my Wayward Patriarch dies anyway, so I can't really do anything to save it. Play might be Shroudthorn Splicer and then Patriarch. Shroudthorn Splicer level 1 is not very big, but you know, it's decent enough. Just the 6 damage buffer from Dream Tree. I imagine he plays he doesn't have another Malice Hermit, at least the one that's level 2. Though he could still like Malice Hermit dissolve me. I don't think I've mentioned what this card does because it's fairly new, but if it gets dealt damage on your turn and lives, you can play another card. So you kind of want to, like, and I assume that's why this guy's playing Spore Torrent, to Spore Torrent his own Dream Trees for free, and then play additional free spells on his next couple turns, but that seems kind of mediocre at best. I think I'm just going to play Shroudthorn Splicer to get bodies on the board, plus the ability to it poisons my Acer. Only 3. So let's hope this jumps in front of the Shroudblade Behemoth. It doesn't, unfortunately, because I'd rather protect my Patriarch than the other creatures, and then pump my 2 Splicers. Okay, so I have 2 Dark Forged on the board, so if I want to play Darkstone Acer to hit the Relic Hunter, it does 4 times 3 damage, I believe. Yep. So 4 damage for each Dark Forged, which kills the Relic Hunter. And then I can pump them all with Ferocious Roar to give them +3/+3. Ferocious Roar level 3 or level 2 is nowhere near as good as Verdant Charge level 2, but its level 1 is so much better. It's like twice as good. That's why he's playing Ferocious Roar instead of Verdant Charge. Plus, I don't really have a lot of Verdant Charge synergies, but having the ability to get Breakthrough in rank 3 is pretty good in this deck, I think. I actually wouldn't mind having Shatterbolt instead of Burnout, just to have a little extra reach to like hit them in the face for 14. Because Burnout only does 8 damage, and it also gives me a little bit of extra game against robots. But who knows if that's important or not. So what can I do here? I think I throw the Darkstone Acer in front of Relic Hunter, because his primary removal right now is honestly Dissolve, so I can't really stop Darkstone Acer from being dissolved. So what I want to do is hit the Sharpblade Behemoth for a bunch of damage. This is what, 4 times 4 damage, which is 16 damage. It actually kills the Sharpblade Behemoth. So it saves my Shroudthorn Splicer, and then I pump everything for a bunch of damage. I didn't see what he leveled with the Experience Sages. I should probably check. So he leveled an Iron Maiden level 1, which is never going to come into play because it's rank 3. And pass turn. And then he leveled an Experience Sage, which just doesn't matter. Sorry, I was reading a text message. I ordered a new computer the other day, and UPS just texted me telling me that they tried to deliver it, but no one was home. Or like this morning when I wasn't home, so I don't know why their text messaging system's so delayed, but I guess that's whatever. Oh, I know probably what happened was they delivered it this morning. No one was there to sign for it, so they just left. And then when it got back to the facility, they scanned all the packages that were still left and sent out all the text messages. That makes a lot more sense. Probably would know this already if I bothered to check my mail this morning or when I got back. So he gets to play an extra spell, but he's really close to being dead since I have a Ferocious Roar in my hand plus a lot of creatures on the board. And my Patriarch dies this turn, so I think I'm probably going to play the Embrascan Yeti and Ferocious Roar again. Having 3 Ferocious Roars, I was skeptical at having 3 Ferocious Roars in my deck, but with Shroudthorn Splicer, you put a lot of creatures on the board. I actually might forge this deck instead of zombies. It looks really fun. Or it feels a lot more fun than zombies is. Though honestly, I haven't played that many games with zombies. So he's at 30. I can't kill Dream Tree, but I'm not really too concerned about that because none of his spells are good. Like, he's playing extra spells, but they're all bad. So I don't even care about Dream Tree. I'm trying to decide if Duskhammer or Embrascan Yeti's better. Honestly, it's probably Duskhammer because it has Trample, so I can deal even more damage to him. So let's play the Duskhammer and pump up all my creatures. Kills his Relic Scout, deals 8 damage to him, and kills his Justicar. And my Dark Forge Mimic dies, but his Dream Tree dies on the following turn if he doesn't kill my Shroudthorn Splicer. It's very strange that he would put Dream Tree in front of Shroudthorn Splicer instead of in front of a Dark Forge Mimic. Because now he really can't kill the Shroudthorn Splicer unless he dissolves it or something like that. Drew all level 1 cards. That's kind of unfortunate. I would have liked to draw the level 3 Shroudthorn Splicer. I actually only have 1 Dark Forge in my hand, and that's the Embrascan Yeti. Embrascan. It's really Umbrascan, but I say Embrascan for bad pun reasons. So forgive me if I just keep calling it randomly the wrong word. I know what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be Umbrascan, but just bear with me here. So he played his Energy Surge to draw his... I have no idea. He's not playing Dendrify. He's playing Dissolve, which requires way more cards to... Because he can Dendrify this Duskhammer. That's why I played the level 2 card instead of level 3 one. He can Dendrify it, but I haven't seen a Dendrify. He hasn't leveled a Dendrify, and he has Dissolve, which makes me think he just doesn't have Dendrify. And if he wants to dissolve this, he has to play a card to put poison on it and then dissolve it. He does have Spore Torrents, but that at least requires him to like draw the Spore Torrent, you know? Otherwise, he has to play a Malice Hermit and then play a Dissolve. He does get 3 plays from Dream Tree. But as discussed previously when I didn't kill Dream Tree last turn, all of his cards are pretty bad. So I'm not too concerned about what he has to offer. Like if he doesn't kill Shroudthorn Splicer, Dark Forge Mimic, Aesir, or Duskhammer, he's really precariously low. Like he's at 22 right now. And I can even burn him out just to put him even lower, just depending on how much damage I can do this turn and the next. I assume he's going to block this Dark Forge Mimic. He has 2 more plays. He's playing really slowly. So he's got another Yeti, which actually is probably enough to control my board, honestly. Yeah, he did it. So I get to kill his Dream Tree, and I get to deal 8 damage to him to put him at very low. I don't actually know. It's kind of hard to deal with this Malice Hermit because it's like huge now. But he definitely should have played the Relic Scout on top of the Malice Hermit. Now I can just chump block the Malice Hermit. But I guess whatever. That's fine. Okay. I don't think I drew Aetherphages in the first couple turns against this deck, but Aetherphage is one of those cards that's very good against this random dirtily Utera deck. Utera Loyan deck that tries to win with Iron Maiden and control the board with... usually it's Dendrifies and Malice Hermits, but if you take away their Energy Surges or Lucid Echoes, they can't really draw those cards with any regularity in order to kill you. Okay, we need to press battle, and it needs to go to my turn. This is kind of annoying. So if I burn him out and then draw the other burnout, because I have one more burnout in my deck, I can actually just kill him. But that's pretty greedy, so I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to play the Yeti, then play the Warlord. Then rely on just naturally drawing both burnouts and then killing him next turn. Only drew one burnout. There's no way to tell if it was the correct burnout. Drawing Shroudthorn Splicer is very good because it pumps my Yeti by 2 and then First Resort pumps it by another 5. And gives it trample. It gives everything correct trample, actually. I can take 24 from this Malice Hermit. I can actually take 48 from this Malice Hermit because I'm at 86 because his deck isn't aggressive at all. Spore Torrents dissolves, maybe? If he dissolves, I actually have to block it. Though I can't imagine he would Spore Torrent the Aranti Warlord instead of the Umbraskan Yeti if he didn't have a dissolve. Okay, that's random. I can do plus a lot of damage to him. This is 5 plus 10. I can only kill. I can only do 10 damage to the Dream Tree. Do I really care about the Malice Hermit? That's the thing, though. I don't really know if I care about the Malice Hermit. I don't think I do. Because let me play Shroudthorn Splicer way over here and see where the Mimic goes. So now I can either block the Malice Hermit so I don't take 26 damage, or I can play an aggressive Ferocious Roar with the Umbraskan Yeti, which I think I'd rather do. I can just take 26 here and then take a bunch of damage next turn, because he has to block every single one of my creatures because they're all lethal. And this one has trample, so he has to replace the Dream Tree, or use like his random dissolve combos. I think one thing this deck lacks is a reach. Like, if you can't win in rank 2, you're pretty much not going to win in rank 3. Because that's when other decks get stronger than you. So I'd like to play Shatterbolts or something to make my deck a little stronger. It would be... So he killed both of my Darkforged things. So that means he's dead, right? Because I can play Shroudthorn Splicer to block his Malice Hermit, and then play Patriarch to block his Relic Hunter. He takes 9 here from the Dream Tree, and then dies on my turn. Has he played both spells? I think he has one spell left, actually. I don't actually know. But he's at 5, so I'm pretty sure I've got this under control. Yeah. So he did play both spells. Oh, he played the Dissolve, that's what it was. So I think I play the Patriarch here so I don't die from his Relic Hunter, and then play the Splicer so I don't die from Malice Hermit. And victory. Yeah, definitely want to make a couple changes to this deck after just the first game, but we'll play a couple more games to see how it looks like with different board states when my opponent's not playing dissolves and nonsense like that.